Magical cleanses of yourself must be the first path of magical work that a beginner magician takes on. Now, here are the reasons for it. When doing self-cleansings, you work with yourself, and you have the full right to do so, as opposed to doing magic onto others. That can be considered as a violation of the sacred laws of the universe if done without consent, so that can bring some problems, troubles, and weakening of your energy. So while you are working with yourself, you have the full right to do that. Another aspect of this is that when you work with yourself, you gain the necessary skills and experience, as the feedback loop is minimal. You activate a runic staff and you can immediately observe what changes happen inside of you in your life, so you see immediate results and you can experiment, see what works personally for you and what doesn't. So magical cleansings are one of the fastest working rituals, and sometimes they do show immediate effects, usually in dreams or in other signs, if you know how to notice them. So if you desire to make changes in your life and wield magic for this, there is a chance of making a very costly mistake. If you do a proper cleansing of yourself, you might find yourself missing some of the desires that you had before, especially some of the darker desires. For example, there is a base need to be happy and loved, and for some unknown reason, a person might think that they will be happy and loved if they force this one exact person to love them. And then they try to do some black magic, do a love binding. So whether they succeed or not, they are harming themselves and potentially also that person. So if they do a cleansing, if they do some internal healing work, after some time they might realize that forcing someone else to love them is not the right path, that it will not make them happy, that the right path is the inner transformation to be more harmonic person and to be more loving and more accepting of others, and just by that they can encounter a person that can love them with a true and deep, actual, sincere feeling, not by being forced by some painful mental program. So another aspect of doing magical cleansings is that you will unlock a huge amount of energy that you can use later in anything that you want, making all future magical work multiple times stronger. And just by cleansing, your life can improve significantly because there will be less or none at all blocks or energy destroying elements, limitations, closings of paths, and so on. So the same efforts will bring more results after you do magical cleansing. So after you do magical cleansing, you might find yourself not wanting to do any magic at all, as all that you wanted and desired in your life starts manifesting naturally, because there are nothing prevents it. So, but it's not always the case. Sometimes additional magic to attract positive things is needed, especially in areas of life where there is stagnation. Next aspect in the favor of cleansings is that when you do cleanses, you clean your subconsciousness, and you will be calmer and happier and more content. As a result, out of this state, everything you do will be more efficient, including also your magical rituals.